Try to get out the hole. Can't believe you ain't trying to pop it, boy, you a joke. Ever since Spice checked, them niggas have been looking po. They chase fly. First they asked him, was he littles? He said no. Wish I couldn't bring her to you back, cause he was your only hope. Nigga, I'm the biggest troll. They did a diss with gang in here that got they nigga rope. I can't move around with all the Glock up in the load. Big face hundreds on my pockets filled with those. I'm in a different mode. Setting meetings with the plug. Still pull through the hood and mingle with the thugs. Don't need the extra clips, but I still keep them just because. Praying God forgive me for the evil that I done. Still can't leave without the gun. A purple hearted, as far as obstacles go, been through the hardest. You ain't never blew your pipe, you just a target. I smoke, so I'm the largest. All y'all do is dick rock the teeth and they gave up growing. Mama like, don't lack out here, you got your son and daughter. So the 23 got one up top and 30 in the cartridge. I didn't really dance with the devil and came out flawless. I know these niggas hate to see me eating while they starving, so they itch for a moment of fame. Somebody please tell Noose chill with that phony ass shit. They bitch posted draws and that nigga had dookie stains. I'm at the BET Awards sitting next to Coley Ray. Vague need to mind his business, nigga, ain't you 48? Skull the only nigga that I trust that ain't 48. It's crazy.
A lot of situations in rap culture start online with trolling, jokes, and diss songs, but eventually some of those same situations spill into real life, and that's exactly why people always say you have to be careful about the energy you put out. From what people have been discussing online, Cash Click Boog responded after getting heavily clowned for an altercation at the airport involving someone connected to Little's ENT. The internet can be ruthless, especially when a person already has a reputation attached to their name. Once clips, jokes, and memes start circulating, everybody suddenly becomes a commentator, and people begin picking sides, even if they don't know the full story. So instead of staying quiet, Boog responded the way a lot of rappers do nowadays, through music and public statements. And to be fair, some of the things he mentioned were already being discussed publicly before he said anything. There were rumors and personal allegations floating around online involving different individuals, and social media amplified everything. That's the era we live in now. One person posts something, blogs repost it, people react to it, and before you know it, the entire situation becomes entertainment for the internet. But one important lesson in all of this is understanding that trolling comes with consequences. A lot of people enjoy dissing, laughing at others, and clowning opponents when things are going their way. But when the tables turn and the jokes start getting directed back at them, they suddenly feel attacked or embarrassed. That's not how the internet works, especially in competitive rap and street culture. If somebody spends time trolling others every day, eventually they have to be prepared mentally for that same treatment to come back around. That's why it's important to move carefully and think long-term before disrespecting people publicly. Words can escalate situations fast. Something that starts as music, jokes, or social media entertainment can quickly become real-life tension. Once pride, reputation, and public embarrassment get involved, people often feel pressure to respond. Sometimes that response is music, sometimes it's arguments, and sometimes situations go way further than they should. Another thing people keep bringing up is the expectation factor. When someone is physically larger than most people, the public automatically expects them to dominate every confrontation. Fair or unfair, that's just reality. People see somebody who's tall, strong, or intimidating and assume they should never lose an argument, fight, or moment of pressure. But real life doesn't always work like that. Every situation is unpredictable. Adrenaline, environment, numbers, confusion, and emotions all play a role. Still, the internet usually doesn't care about context. They only care about appearances and viral moments. That's another reason why people should avoid putting themselves into unnecessary confrontations in the first place. Once a situation goes public, everybody becomes a critic. The same people cheering you on today can clown you tomorrow. Social media loyalty changes fast. That's why discipline and emotional control are valuable. Not every joke deserves a response. Not every troll deserves your energy. And not every situation needs to become a public war. The jewelry conversation is another example of how image culture affects rap today. A lot of artists and influencers feel pressure to look successful at all times. Chains, watches, designer clothes, and flashy lifestyles have become part of the image people think they need to maintain. But realistically, Plenty of people wear jewelry that isn't extremely expensive, and that doesn't automatically define their character or talent. Social media has created an environment where appearance matters almost as much as music, and people constantly try exposing or embarrassing each other over material things. The mention of spice also highlights how important certain individuals can be to a group's energy and structure. Sometimes one person acts as the glue that keeps momentum alive, keeps morale high, or helps maintain unity. When somebody important leaves a group, passes away, or separates themselves from the environment, things can start feeling different afterward. Chemistry changes, motivation changes, leadership changes. That happens in music groups, friendships, sports teams, and neighborhoods all the time. At the end of the day, this entire situation is another reminder that clout, trolling, and public disrespect can create unnecessary pressure and problems. It's easy to laugh when somebody else is getting embarrassed, but when attention shifts toward you, handling that same criticism becomes a different experience entirely. If a person chooses to live loudly online, they also have to be prepared for the internet's response, good or bad. The smartest thing anybody can do is focus on growth, protecting opportunities and avoiding situations that can spiral out of control. Music should stay about creativity, competition, and entertainment instead of turning into real-life problems that affect families, careers, and futures.